What's up? It's Jeff Samus and welcome to 7-Figure Facebook. I'm going to be taking you through how to turn your basic Facebook profile into essentially an ATM. If you follow what I'm about to show you, even if you're a brand new beginner, I'm going to show you ways that you can actually make money with your profile. Instead of just being a consumer of content online or playing Farmville or doing whatever people do on Facebook, I'm going to show you exactly how you can actually make money from your profile. Simple strategies, promise you anybody can do these. We are going to walk you through them step by step, and it's incredible. Facebook has been this really great tool that I'm sure all of us have had for a really long time, and for myself personally, it's been a real traffic source and moneymaker for a while. And so you may be thinking, isn't Facebook dead? That kind of seems like old. Isn't it just all boomers on that platform? How does that work? Look, Facebook is actually still an incredible platform, even with the TikToks and the Instagrams and the Snapchats and the YouTubes. All these other platforms are out there, but Facebook, Big Blue, is still tried, tested, and true, and it still can work incredibly well for you. And so we are going to explore it. We're going to dive deep together, and I can't wait to dig in. So let's first talk about who this is for. The strategy I'm going to walk you through is ideal for those using a personal brand with a high ticket offer. Facebook is a profile platform, meaning that it's going to be something where you have a personal profile. Of course, Facebook has business pages and things like that that you can use to run advertisements on. That's not what we're going to be covering. That's not what you are going to use to drive organic traffic. Page reach on one of those pages, when you make a post from a page, doesn't reach nearly as many people as with your personal profile. And so you're talking about your friends list and your personal followers. And to do that, of course, we're using a personal brand because it's a personal profile. So you will need to have a personal brand approach to everything that I'm going to be talking about. And this also works best with high ticket offers. If you were selling something that is low ticket, meaning that you found an affiliate product or something like that, and you've got a low ticket one that pays you $6 a commission, the amount of stuff that I'm going to be covering with you is probably not going to feel worth it for a $3 commission or a $2 commission. This makes a lot more sense when you're getting $500,000, $2,000 commissions when you get a conversion. And so with those two things in place, you need to understand that personal brand, high ticket offer, that's what this is ideal for. Can you take these concepts and apply them to something you're doing with a lower ticket offer? Sure, you could, but you'll see it works much more effectively with a higher ticket offer. And so the last piece is, of course, you're going to need a Facebook account. One of the reasons this strategy is so cool is because most of us have an account. Most of us have had a Facebook account for a decade, or more, right? So you should have an account, but if you don't, of course, you are going to need one. What if you're not comfortable posting on your profile? So some people are in this situation. They've got high school friends, they've got personal friends from work, maybe even their boss is on their profile. They've got all this kind of baggage from years of having a Facebook profile. What if I'm not comfortable to actually use my profile for my business, to put content out there, to make money online? What if I'm not comfortable doing that? Well, you got a couple options. Number one, choose a different platform to drive traffic from. It's the easiest option. Then just don't use Facebook. The rest of this training isn't going to apply to you. But for those who are like, no, I want to use Facebook, Facebook makes the most sense, which you're very smart if you think that way. Giving up a platform like Facebook to me is kind of crazy, but some people do it, and if that's you, that's okay. There's tons of other ways to drive traffic. But if that doesn't suit you, number two is you could segment your Facebook profile audiences with custom lists so it limits who can see your posts. This is kind of like an intermediary option, okay? And I don't think it's the best option for a number of reasons. But yes, on Facebook, you can change your settings so that it actually shows different people the posts that you're making. However, those certain people that you don't want to see your posts can still at any time come over to your profile and see what's happening. It just won't necessarily show up on their news feed, but if they ever put your name into search and go to your profile and want to creep on you, they can still do that. The only way to change that is if you block those people, you get rid of those people, which if I had my boss on my Facebook profile, that's probably what I would do. I wouldn't want my boss on my profile. So, there might be certain people that you either remove from your profile, you block, or you limit the views of the posts that you make to them, that type of thing. It's an intermediary option. It's kind of a half measure, half step. I'm not a big fan of it. I would personally either choose number one or number three. And number three is make the decision that your life and the way you want to live it is more important than what other people think of you. I mean, isn't it? Isn't it more important than what Joe from high school who you played football with cares about what you're promoting on Facebook? Who cares? Who cares? Honestly, it's something that you just have to get over. What's more important, your goals and dreams or their opinions? Where this hurts people is that they don't actually truly believe in their goals and dreams. They don't actually believe that they're going to go make $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $50,000 a month off their Facebook profile. And so because they don't truly believe it, when they think about what other people are going to think about them, that weighs way more heavy than the power of their actual dream. And so they default to, well, I'm not okay with that. I don't want to sacrifice it or risk it. The truth is, if there was a gun to your head guarantee that you would make $10,000 a month off your profile, but you have to deal with a couple yahoos who might say something or might unfriend you or whatever. But if you knew there was a guarantee, how does that change the perspective of it? Would you do it if you knew guaranteed you were going to get $15,000 a month from doing it? Guaranteed, almost like a salary. Most people would, and I would encourage you that if you have that mentality going in, the mentality of I don't care, I'm going to do this for myself because it's something I believe in. I'm not posting anything negative or harmful or malicious or illegal or anything like that. I'm just posting positive, good stuff, right, that I'm happy with, I'm proud of. Who cares what these other people think? If they don't like it, literally they can just unfriend me. Not a big deal. Not going to lose sleep over it, right? It's just Facebook. It's just a social media platform. It's not the end of the world. So that's what I would do, is I would make one of those three decisions if you're not comfortable posting on Facebook. You're either using social media or it's using you. When you make the shift from being a consumer to being a creator, that's when your life is going to change. And most of us use social media as consumers. We watch other people's content. We click on other people's links. We spend our time mindlessly scrolling. It's just eating our life away. But when you change to going from consumer to being a creator, the person who produces content, man, things change so quick. And you'll look at these platforms in a whole different way. Instead of using it as this mindless thing that kind of take up space in between other things you're doing with your life, you look at this thing like a real asset, something that produces you income, something that you have a lot of fun with, something that can give you a lot of fulfillment to be able to put your message out there and speak your mind and those types of things. There's a lot of great benefits that come from it, but you got to turn the table. You got to go from consumer to creator, and that's when things will really change. Should you create a second profile? No. People ask us all the time, well, couldn't I just create a second profile? No, you cannot go just create a second profile and start over from scratch with that. It's actually against Facebook's terms of service. Now, is there ways to go do that? Sure, and we teach that in our higher level coaching and some of the other stuff we do, especially when we get into paid advertising and having multiple profiles, but there's a lot to it. And if you're a beginner, somebody's just starting, it is not as simple as going and setting up a new profile on a new email. That's not how it works. Okay, Facebook can track all that stuff, and the problem with it is because it's against Facebook's terms of service, if you get busted doing that, it will actually jeopardize both your profiles. And you may lose a Facebook profile that you've had for 10 or 20 years that has all your friends on it, all your family, whatever. So that's not ideal. We don't want that to happen. So no, your way around posting on the profile you have right now is not to go create a second profile. It's from one of the three options I gave you on the previous slide. So do not go create a second profile. I don't know how much more clear, how many times I can say that to you, but do not go do it, okay? It's not the right move, at least not at this phase in the business and how you're driving traffic. How much time will this take? Organic traffic takes work. There's no doubt about it. We're using organic strategies with this. We're not using paid strategies. So this is something anybody can do from their Facebook profile. And sometimes to gain momentum, depending on where you're starting from, it does take time. It just will take time to get the momentum ramped up. You're going to have to put in consistent work, not work for 2 days on it, expect some big result, and then nothing happens and you quit and then you stop for 3 weeks and then you kind of come back around to it. That doesn't work. This is like going to the gym. Like, this is a daily thing that you're doing, and I'd rather see you make daily consistent action, even if it's relatively small, than to be hopping in and out and in and out. That's not going to work. You need to be showing up consistently, taking daily consistent action. That's how you get momentum. That's how this is going to work for you. You can make solid progress on an hour or two a day, so it doesn't take a ton of time. You can do this for an hour or two a day, and this will work for you if you plan appropriately and use the frameworks that I'm going to show you. If you're going at it without a plan and you just plan on spending an hour or two a day on Facebook trying to drum up business, that don't work. We need a much more tactical strategy for how we're actually going to make this platform work for us, and I'm going to go through the details of how that looks as we go through. And last but not least, it's worth it. It's worth it to do this. So despite all those other things, it is so worth it to do this because it just flat out works. Even an hour or two a day, you can get some incredible results. It does work. This is something that I've been able to use to create 7 figures in income over the years from. And that's pretty remarkable from a platform that is pretty organic and that I don't honestly even use that much anymore. I've obviously used it a lot more in the past than I do now. I'm just in a different phase of my business life. But trust me, for what I have used it, the results have been pretty incredible to get from it. And so you can maximize this and take it as big or small as you want to go. Again, if you are using a high ticket offer with a personal brand, that's where you're going to see the most impact from what I'm going to talk about. So it's worth it. And there's a bunch of other people who've been in our community, who are in our higher level coaching and things like that, who've taken training like this and applied it and done really well. This is Caleb. 3 posts, 20 minutes, $800 payout. I mean, beauty. This is a testament to the fact that organic prospecting framework that Jeff and Jessica gave us works. This does work. If you apply it, you will see results from it. You never know who's paying attention or who needs to see something you've posted, which is so true. Most people underestimate the people that are on their list. Even if you've got 500 people on your friends list, 1,000 people, whatever the case is, trust me, you will be able to get results from doing this if you post properly and if you strive to also grow that account. Remember, Facebook accounts now are almost like Instagram accounts where you can build a real following on there. It's not just friends anymore. Your following on Facebook does matter, and so that will affect things too. Kelsey here says, yesterday was a great day. Threw a pretty epic birthday party and got an $800 payout on my first venture affiliate sale. So awesome. She made an affiliate sale, $800 payout, $800 for a few posts on social media, and took me all of 15 minutes. Awesome, right? I almost didn't post because I was feeling overwhelmed with a crazy to-do list. I didn't expect much to come from it, but I wanted to support Jeff and Jess. So amazing. She was promoting one of our affiliate programs, put it out there, $800, boom, done, awesome. So glad I did it. $800 cash money. Happy birthday to me. Few posts again on Facebook using some of the strategies I'm going to talk about to you here today. Here's Trevor, says, stoked, used some simple organic strategies taught in the new Facebook training and landed a sale, $1,000 payday. Boom. No fulfillment, delivery, client management to stress about. Now setting up a system to get 10 to 20 of these a month. Awesome, right? Just simple Facebook posts. Stacy says, I'd like to give a big thank you to Jeff and Jess for creating a community that is so supportive and making it the easiest $1,000 payday I've ever had. The best part is that I didn't require any client fulfillment. Thank you guys for all that you do. I think I'm well suited to be an entrepreneur. Yeah, if you're well suited to be an entrepreneur when you make $1,000 off a couple Facebook posts and then just collect the check and you're done. That's always sweet, and that's what I want to show you guys how to do in this training. So as we go through, I'm going to be taking you through a couple different processes, from how to set up and structure your profile properly, what to actually post on social media, how to actually grow your following and grow the people that are on there, and then talking a little bit about what to do when you've got somebody who's kind of raised their hand and said, hey, I kind of like what you're talking about. How do you take that person from somebody who's sort of interested to somebody who's committed and paying and you're getting a check from it? That's what we're going to cover in 7-Figure Facebook. And if you master this, I promise you, you will turn your profile into a little ATM and you won't regret it.